Hey everybody. So today we're going to take a look at the new Lego Ninjago Legacy set. This is the Destiny's Bounty. It's set number 71705 and it has 1,781 pieces. So this set just came out a couple months ago. I'm a little late at getting it, but I wasn't going to get this set because I already have the bigger Destiny's Bounty, and I thought I wasn't going to get another one because that's really one of the best ones you can get. But this one's not bad. So this is the one that came out in, I think it was 2017, and this is an amazing set. I really loved this set. There's interiors and everything else in there, and all these different things come open and come off so you can see inside, and there's a dojo down in there. So there's a ton of reviews on this set, so I'm not going to be doing a review on it. But this is probably the better Destiny's Bounty. Well, we'll see. I haven't built the other one, but I'm pretty sure I'm still going to like this one a lot. Here's the back of the box now, and you can see all the functionality that this has, which I'll go over once I get this whole thing built. But full disclosure here, I'm not like all that familiar with Ninjago. I only watched the movie because I bought the other set, the other Destiny's Bounty set, and then this one came out and I was kind of on the fence about buying it. But I just, I love the ship. The ship itself looks so cool, and I love the Asian flair of it, and I just like the characters and the functionality and stuff like that. And also because I've been kind of hooked on Cobra Kai lately on Netflix, so I've kind of gotten into the whole karate and stuff like that. So anyway, but that's the main reason I bought this set. So this set comes with 14 bags of parts, so it's a pretty big set. So I like these big sets. They take a long time to build, and those are always good. You got a couple of boat bow pieces there for the boat, and a mast piece that's in a bag that doesn't have any numbers on it. I lucked out and got an instruction book that wasn't bent or creased or anything like that, so yeah, that was nice. You also got the sail pieces, and I like that these are wrapped separately as well, so they didn't get creased or bent because they got this piece of cardboard in there, so that was good. And then we also have the stickers right here, and there's not a lot of stickers, and that's always good. We all appreciate not having a lot of stickers to put on. So, all right, yeah, this looks like it's going to be a fun build and a cool set. So we'll get this all done. Okay, so I just wanted to point out something cool. I love when Lego kind of does these just off-the-wall ways of putting together something. So like this little section here, in order to give it this curve for the front of the bow of the ship, you actually build everything on one of these little spinning bits. So we have the other one that goes on this side, and that's going to go over here, but because that pivots is how that makes that angle, once you get it on there. So I think that's really cool how they figure out, how to make a rounded edge, which is hard to do with Lego a lot of times. So that was pretty neat. And then this is the little thing right here that if you watch this little mechanism back here, you can see how that moves. So I think that is how the, that's got to be the mechanism for the little retracting cannons or the thrusters or whatever those are on the side, and so that's how that works. But I just love all this mechanical stuff. It's so cool how the engineers figure all this stuff out. Alright, so I just finished bag 3, and I love this mechanism for making those thrusters pop out. So this thing goes out like that, and then you can see how those pop out, and then they go back in. So see how that works? And what's really cool is when it goes back in, notice how they go in at an angle on each side, because it's got to be, part of the bow of the ship. So that is really cool how they figured out how to make it go in at an angle like that. Yeah, that was really impressive. Okay, so I just finished up bag 5, and that gets pretty much the bottom section of the hull completely done, and the interior that you can see inside there. And so I thought these things were going to go in and out at an angle, but they're actually straight. So yeah, it's just once you build everything up, then it straightens it all out. So never mind about the angled part of it, but it was kind of cool thinking that it could do that though. All right, well, I guess I'm going to keep on going. So I just noticed that there's a mistake in the instruction book here. So it tells you to start bag 12. Well, when you finished this area, putting the wings on back here, that was actually bag 10. So you should be starting bag 11 here, and I was wondering what the heck was going on, because now when you go back to this part, now it's telling you to go back, start on bag 12 again. So bag 12, bag 12. So yeah, that's a screw up there. So yeah, that's supposed to be bag 11. I thought maybe I missed something here, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Anyway, it was just a weird thing. I find little mistakes in these books every now and then. All right, well, on with bag 11. All right, I am completely done now, and man, what a great build. There was a lot more to this than I was expecting, and it's, you know, pretty elaborate in some parts, and also there was some pretty unorthodox kind of ways that some things went together, which I thought was really cool. Certain ways that some of these windows went together here, and this little rail right here, the way it fit in there is kind of odd, but it's really cool. So what a cool looking ship. So let me show you some of the details of it. Alright, so on the front here you can see the amazing dragon head that's on here, and I love the way this all went together. The previous version had 2 of them, this one has 1, and I guess this is based on the earlier version of the ship or whatever, but I love the way that this all went together. And there's actually quite a few parts just for that, just for the dragon head. I love this railing, and you can see it's got the dragon head on the end as well. There's the anchors. The anchors are different. They have, you know, their usual anchor pieces, but these are actually, you know, built. You actually have to build those up, and you use one of the hot dog pieces in there, oddly enough. There's a lot of hot dog pieces in this set, which is really kind of bizarre, but it's kind of funny. There's the deck area. There's the mechanism that makes the sails open and close. Look at all that. It's pretty crazy. So they have all kinds of really cool stuff, you know, involved in here. Here's the middle of the deck now, and you can see this really cool cannon. It's a stud shooter, and I love that little flame on it, like, you know, the fuse is lit or whatever. There's a grill down in there, and you can actually, there's like another room that I'll show you here in just a minute. The way the whole side of this goes is really cool, and I love the way the roof is done. It's got kind of those weird vent-like things going on there. That looks so cool. There is a, well, it's hard to film this because the sails are so huge, but there's actually a domed roof right there, and there's some more of those hot dog pieces and these nice flags as well. So yeah, the detail is really cool. Here's the back of it now, and you can see all the detail that's kind of down inside there. It's quite an elaborate little mechanism, and that's for the little things that I'll show you up front there. But yeah, you can see this nice railing. It's really cool how they made this kind of curved rail right here. And then I'll show you some of the stuff that goes on the back here. But man, this is just amazing. All right, so on the top part of the roof right here in the back section, this little panel right here actually opens up. And inside there, it looks like there's like a coffin or something. But when you take this out, I mean, it does kind of look like a coffin, oddly enough. But anyway, those are stickers to make it look like wood. And then it's not actually a coffin. Instead, see if I can get this off of here. You take these pieces off. There's actually it's like a little weapons locker or something like that. But you can see you got some of those little, I don't know what you call those things, but they kind of remind me of the stars or something, but they're much bigger than that. But yeah, it's kind of neat how that's in there. You got some swords on the side here, but it's just a neat little build, and I think it's kind of cool how it fits inside there. Inside you can see it's a nice smooth area that slides into, and then way back there, I don't know if I can focus on it, but there is a clip that this clips to on the very end right here. So yeah, that's kind of cool how that's kind of hidden back there. Okay, so this is going to be kind of awkward to do, but what's really cool is the anchors on the 2017 version, they just actually, the chains come around the edge here. These ones actually go down inside the deck. It's really wild. So it actually goes through there. So, you know, you just undo this, and, you know, by twisting this up here, and the anchors come off or come down, and then you just turn it back up here, and then the anchors will come back up. But it's really cool how they made it actually go through the decking of the floor of the deck. So it's really pretty cool how they did that one. Okay, so down here at the base of the mast, you can see all these gears and chains and everything. So that's the cool little mechanism that makes the sails go from sailing mode, which is what you see here, into flight mode. So all you do is just push down on this, and then the whole thing, they go up like that. And oh man, how cool is that? And it's a very smooth mechanism the way that works. So just up and down, and you can see how the chains are pulled through the kind of the loops right there, and it's really neat, and the way that works is really cool. So yeah, I think that's pretty ingenious how they figured that out. God, that is a very efficient mechanism right there. I love it. Okay, so this is going to be a little awkward to film too, but so these wings act as a little mechanism to make these little hidden doors right here. There's little thrusters that pop out of there. So I had to hang this off the edge so I can do this. But all you do is you push this down like this, and you can see the other one moves. But while you're doing that, this, see how that's opening and closing? So yeah, that is so cool, and it's all done with that. And there's, you know, quite a mechanism on the inside that actually makes that work. So here you can see the top of it, and then let me get the lighting better. So here's the front. You can kind of see that little printed piece on there. So yeah, but it goes in really cool the way that does that. So yeah, that was that part that I was showing you earlier when it was how that, you know, works before it was all put together. But yeah, I love that. That is really cool. Okay, so this back little kind of house area back here, this actually comes off. So you can actually take this whole thing off like this. And then on the inside, here you can see the kind of like the bridge or the control section. So there's some interesting little, those are stickers that make the control panels right there. This wheel will actually turn like that. You've got some hidden swords down inside there, which is pretty nifty. I think those are kind of everywhere. You got the nice little screen right there, and there's kind of like a little, I don't know what this is. It's like a little stick shift or something. I'm not really sure what that is, but it's kind of cool that they have that. Now this upper part here, you can actually take this roof off, and you can see it's just a solid piece. It's actually pretty cool. And there's that window right in there where you can see the coffin, as I like to call it. Anyway, though, yeah, here's the, underneath here is like a dojo. It's a really cool little, you know, dojo area so they can practice, and there's all kinds of weapons and stuff going on in here. But it's really cool how that flips open, and it's actually part of the bridge, really, but it's kind of neat. Some of these clips were left empty, you know, where these kind of things go right here. And you have a whole bunch of extra weapons left over, so I figured I may as well use them for something. But I think that's really cool how that turns into that kind of a little room right there. Now in this midsection here, you can see the kind of the grill right there. So this actually comes off. You can actually pull this whole floor out. And then down inside here, you can kind of see it's another room. It's like another training room or something. And I love that they actually have the little stairs right here for the figures to go up and down. It's pretty cool. There's like a little sword right there. There's a practice dummy. Let me see if I can get that out. So there it is right there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I suppose you can put weapons in his hands if you want to. And it's kind of neat. You can set it you know, you can make it part of the dojo too if you want to. There's a little container right here that comes out, and there's just some weird little pieces in here. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to represent, but it's like these little, I don't know what these are. They're just like these little pieces right here. I almost feel like I should put some weapons or something in there. Maybe that has something to do with the series. You guys who are more familiar with it will know what that is, but yeah, I'm not really sure what those are. These are all the extra pieces that are left over, and there's actually quite a bit left over. And there's a lot of weaponry left over too, which I found is usually the case for a lot of the Ninjago sets. You do have a lot of weapons that are left over. I mean, these ones I didn't even take off of the little sprue that it comes with. So yeah, they're definitely generous with the weaponry, and I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so here's a close-up of some of the minifigures. So we got Samurai X, Cole, and Kai. And I'm not too familiar, like I mentioned, with this whole theme, so I'm not really familiar with the characters either, and so my apologies, but I mainly, you know, like the set because of the theme and just the way everything looks in the ships. But yeah, I love the weaponry and all that. So you can see here they got really nice detail on their clothing and their costumes. Also, the printing looks really good with the dragon kind of stuff going on here, and I love that kind of like breastplate kind of thing going on. Let me show you what their alternate faces look like. So there you can see what their other faces look like, and I love the expression on that one. So yeah, I like that they give you two of them. Here we've got Jay and Zane, and more amazing and awesome printing on their torsos. I love the weaponry, very, very cool. I love how their swords fit inside that thing right there. Yeah, really cool. I love this weapon that Jay's got right here, this dragon head kind of thing. That's pretty cool. Let me show you their alternate faces. So that's what their alternate faces look like, and Zane is hilarious. I absolutely love that facial expression. Their funnier, friendlier faces are actually pretty cool, I gotta say. I've got them more in the mean look, mainly because I want them to look like maybe they're fighting or practicing or something, but yeah, that's a great expression right there. And last but certainly not least, we have the young Lloyd Garmadon figure there, and Wu himself. And so I always love that beard piece that they give Wu, or Master Wu. I'm not sure if he was Master by this time yet. Look at the great printing on his back. I love this. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Look at that great dragon right there. That's awesome. So yeah, let me show you their alternate faces. Actually, Wu doesn't have an alternate face. I forgot since his head is exposed, but love that expression of Lloyd. That's really cool. And I like that he's got the softer cape. And then underneath here you got that cool 5 thing going on there. But yeah, it's the softer version of that, but the printing is great on him as well. So yeah, the figures are fantastic on these. I absolutely love the figures that these came with, this whole set came with. So yeah, this is a great set. I'm very impressed with it. I think it's actually, I mean, there's way more here than I thought there was going to be. So the set is $130, and quite frankly, I think it's worth every penny. You get a lot of pieces in there. There's a lot of playability, all kinds of cool features. You get all those different minifigures. I mean, there's just a lot going on here, and so I think the set itself just looks amazing. The ship is really cool. So I definitely think this set is worth it. And even though I'm not really into the theme and not really familiar with it, the look of it is awesome, and it makes a great display piece. So yeah, that's cool. All right, well, anyway, that's my review of this set, and I'm sorry it was a little crude, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again, and have a good one.